Hey guys, 7 here today, and today we're going to be taking a look at the newest blog post of Hytale. The title of it is Rising Expectations, New Challenges, and Next Steps, an update from the Hytale team. And as you can see from the bat, right as we first preview this, the Hytale post was 10 days ago, which was the most recent. And I'll explain later why there hasn't been another one, because they've been doing them about every single week on Fridays, and this one came out late, and I'm doing a video on it even later, so probably nobody cares about watching this content right now. So if you've already gone through this and you've already seen an analyzation and everything, you don't even have to watch this video if you don't want to, but I'm just doing this just so I have covered it. But I'll go ahead and explain later on the video why they haven't posted any newer blog posts. But this is a series of my Hytale blog post briefing, and it's kind of prematurely somewhat ending because they're not going to be posting blog posts as frequently. So this is episode 2, and it may be one of the couple last episodes. So that'll be funny to see. But definitely, if you like the video, definitely like the video in the description area, wherever it is, and definitely subscribe if you want to see more content on Hytale blog post briefings, even though there might not be a whole lot of them, depending on what I'll explain later. But definitely subscribe for that, and I will see you guys in the video. Okay, so basically that was just kind of an intro, and now we're going to go ahead and get into the meat and kind of the whole point of this video. So as you can see here, the title, let's go ahead and start with that. So Rising Expectations, New Challenges, and the Next Steps, an update from the Hytale team. You might be wondering, what does this mean? And I will explain that in the video. And if you don't really understand the whole thing around Hytale and kind of what's going on in the community so much, you might not really understand what this title really points to, but we're going to go ahead and start analyzing that. So as it says, hard to believe that it's been almost 5 months since we announced Hytale. The moments before the trailer launch were some of the most nerve-wracking that any of us have experienced in our careers. We were proud of the game, but none of us could have predicted how the wider world would respond to it, or that the response would lead to so many new opportunities and new challenges. So basically what they're saying is the trailer, when they released the trailer back in December, and I'm pretty sure December 13th last year in 2018, they were extremely surprised at the amount of support and hype and just overall building of a community that came out of Hytale. And they weren't really kind of expecting that to happen. Right now, they're just kind of setting up the context of the rest of the blog post, and they're kind of acknowledging the good things that have come out of the Hytale before they kind of give bad news that they're going to be giving in the rest of the blog post. It says, in this post, we're going to be taking a look at the announcement and the impact that it's had on the development of Hytale. And we're going to explain why we haven't announced a release date yet, and we're going to outline some of the changes in the structure of this blog. So basically, as I said before in the intro, this is kind of a late blog post, and they haven't really posted anything since like 10 days ago when I'm recording this in like the 13th of May. So basically what they're going to be doing is putting out blog posts less frequently, and they're going to be changing things up so that they can better efficiently organize and produce the game, because as I say rest in the blog post, I'm not going to spoil it too much, they're kind of overwhelmed a little bit because they're, as they say in this paragraph here, they didn't expect the support and kind of pressure from the community. And that will be explained in the rest of this blog post. The success of the announcement trailer has opened doors and raised the stakes in equal measure. It's been amazing to watch a community form around the game and see our work discussed in videos on social media. We have an internal chat channel dedicated to community content. If you made something about Hytale and put it online, chances are that it's made its way into our feed and has been joined by the team. What they're saying there is they've seen tons of videos and just fan art and just community support and outreach to the team, and they're just enjoying it and so happy about it. But it has put more pressure and kind of put them in a tight spot with releasing the game. And here's a little picture of a character walking through some ice biome or some forest at night, which is really, really cool. We're hugely grateful to everyone who has made something, written something, sent us messages, or simply told someone about the trailer. It's been a huge morale boost and provided us with a massive amount of motivation. Like we said it before, but it's true. None of us have worked on a project that has received this kind of reaction before. It's been an exciting and humbling experience for all of us. The massive response to Hytale's announcement has changed things for us. It has opened up a huge number of opportunities, particularly when it comes to things like hiring and potential partnerships. Before we announced Hytale, we were receiving a slow trickle of job applications, and the industry primarily knew us as modders, if they knew us at all. Now, all of that has changed, and all of it helps us to improve our decision making and ultimately make the game better. Here they go again, sending kind of the context of what's been going on for about 5 or 6 months that Hytale's been known about, but they've been working on it for a long time, many, like 3, 4, maybe even 5 years. I've heard that they started working on it in 2014, but the small time that Hytale's been released, they've had just an immense amount of pressure and job applications and just tons of support. This massive response from the trailer has kind of put them kind of in a tight spot and raised the stakes for making the game actually perform like people have been seeing it. They don't want to release a game that is not up to the standards that it seems to be. The scale of the response has also presented challenges. We've had a lot of work to do, from improving our development pipeline to processing thousands of job applications, keeping the community supplied with new screenshots and info, and listening to feedback and suggestions. All of this takes time and it has made it harder to set a fixed timeline for Hytale's release. What they're saying here is they're kind of overwhelmed by the amount of support and just massive response, and trying to keep up with everything has kind of delayed the actual release of Hytale. That's kind of what's been going on, and why nothing has really been said, even though they've said more things would be coming out and possibly the beta in the next few months. And that hasn't happened yet. And this is kind of the reason why that's kind of not happened. Here's the thing. With this amount of attention comes a huge amount of pressure to get the game right. We receive hundreds of messages every week asking us to release Hytale as soon as possible, but we firmly believe that the best thing we can do is take advantage of all the resources at our disposal and make the game as good as it possibly can be. Like I said before, they want to make a game that's up to the standards that the community thinks it is and performs really well. That's what we say, what we mean when we say that Hytale will be ready when it's ready. Things are moving fast, and every day we're getting closer, but there's still a lot of work to do. We don't want to announce a start date for Hytale Beta until we're confident that we can hit it, and we're not in a position to do that just yet. When we are, you can be assured that we'll let you know. We've got no interest in keeping it a secret. We've had all the experience of having to wait for a game that we're excited about, so we understand there's going to be some disappointment that we still don't have a date to announce. The fact that so many people are keen to get their hands on the game means a lot to us, but we believe that it's better to wait for a game that lives up to expectations than to get hyped for a game that turns out to be released too early. We're lucky to be in a position where we can have the people, time, and resources to get this right, so that's what we're going to do. So what they're saying here in these two paragraphs is they're wanting to release Hytale when it's ready. Like they've said before and many times, they want to release it when it's at a good time to be released, and not too early and not too late. And as I said, things are moving fast and things are getting closer to that release date, but there's a lot of work to do, and things have been kind of delayed by the amount of response that they've had by the trailer releasing. That's why they're not releasing a date for Hytale, because they don't want to release a not finished game and it turn out to do horrible and just the community to not even care about it and just the hype to die, and it turned out to be a complete failure that they've worked on for many years, and it just absolutely failed because they released it too early and because it's not ready. The other thing we want to address today is the Hytale blog itself. Since January, we've been using it to show off our work, introduce members of the development team, and go deeper on elements of Hytale that we only briefly touched on the announcement. It's been really rewarding for us to finally be able to reveal the fruits of our labors, and being able to provide a steady stream of screenshots, art, and video clips to our community is important to us. That's another thing. They've been working on the blog a lot and trying to produce blog posts with all this different stuff and write all this stuff on a weekly basis. And this has been causing problems with them because they've been spending all this time trying to push out things to the community at a regular rate. And that's kind of been limiting the amount of time that they can spend and finish Hytale and get that out sooner. And that's what they're saying in here, that they're wanting to slow down the blog and work on the game more so that they can get it out faster, even though they're not going to be doing regular updates. That said, we do need to make sure that the blog doesn't distract from the much more important work of developing the game. We've shown a lot over the last couple of months, and so for the next period in the game's development, we're going to slow our pace and focus on delivering less frequent but more substantial updates. Working to a weekly schedule has made it harder to cover bigger topics, so we're hoping that slowing down will allow us to produce more detailed articles about game features. And this picture right here is really cool. The character, no, this is a monster. Just the amount of detail, and it's a lot less blocky than Minecraft, but there is still the kind of the block aspect, which makes it really, really nice and interesting that they've kind of made Minecraft and like other normal looking games kind of merge it into two, and that kind of makes it really, really cool. For the most part, the feedback that we've received about our blog post has been great. However, we're aware of concerns that we've been showing too much, that the blog might spoil the game before it comes out. We want to take this opportunity to reassure the community that we are very selective about what we show in blog posts, and that we fully intend to keep plenty of stuff under wraps. Basically what that means is they're thinking doing regular blog posts about every single week that they've been doing for about like the past 4 or 5 months. They're thinking that they've been showing too much by releasing all this stuff in about every single week, and they're thinking that it might spoil the game too much, and they don't want that to happen. And they're trying to control the hype here and keep it kind of at a constant level so that they don't lose it before the game comes out, which would be a horrible thing to happen. They're trying to control everything at once, all these different aspects, and trying to make the game look, act, and feel what the community is seeing and everything. So that's kind of the reason why they're not releasing the beta just yet, and they're trying to slow down things because they're thinking, oh, we went too fast, we need to slow down so that it doesn't spoil the game and that we kind of last until that beta actually comes out. That's kind of what they're saying right there, and that's kind of the approach that they're now taking. We're sensitive to the needs of content creators too, so in addition to providing a blog post every few weeks, we'll continue to put out new screenshots and short clips via Twitter and our other social media channels. We'll still be sharing the process of developing the game with the community and paying close attention to your feedback. Keep asking us questions, letting us know what you think about the material that we're putting out, and telling us about your hopes for Hytale. It really does mean a lot to us. Thanks once again for your support over the last couple months. It's been incredible, and we're committed to delivering a game that lives up to your expectations. And as they go ahead and say again, they want to make a game that lives up to the expectations of the players and people who want to build and just do the game itself. They want the community and players and content creators and everything to actually find out that this game is not kind of a hoax and a joke, and it actually lives up to what its name is and what's kind of been shown and developed and thrown at the community. And that's kind of their end goal the entire time that they've been throwing pictures and just all kinds of different details about the game out into the community and society that's developing under Hytale. And that's really, really good that they care about that and they care about the community. So basically that's kind of an analyzation of this blog post, and that kind of might be one of the last couple ones before the game comes out. So definitely like the video if you like this type of stuff, the Hytale blog list briefing. Like I said before, this might be the last episode of it for a while, because as it says here that they're going to slow down the blog post pace and stuff like that. Liking the videos definitely lets me know if people like this type of content. Definitely leave a comment with feedback in the comment section about what I could do for different blog posts, and it says here that they're going to put out new screenshots and short clips via Twitter. Definitely like the video and leave a comment for that if you want to see content like that coming out. Really is up to you guys. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more videos on Hytale, gaming, technology, computers, React OS, all this different types of stuff. I do all these different types of content on my channel. Definitely subscribe if you want to see that, and slap the bell if you want definitely to get the latest notifications about these videos and content and things like that. And for even more updates, definitely go follow my Twitter at the7ateryt and check out my Discord, the 7aters Public Discord. Links for both of those will be in the description. But without further ado, I will see you guys in the next video in 2 to 3 days. Trying to get to every other day, and there's kind of a little secret that I have that I'm not ready to release yet, but basically it's going to involve videos a lot more frequently than have been coming out, specifically for the summer. But that's that. But without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video about 2 days, and that's pretty much it. See you guys later.